Hi Aquarius, this is Jill from Tarot by the Sea. I've been itching to do your video all morning. I don't know what's going on. Let's have a look and see. This is your reading from the 16th to the 31st of October 2017. We will be using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. I'm just going to move my glasses now that I've done that because I might need them later. How are you? I hope you're really, really well. I am not sure what I'm getting for you today. There has just been this need to do it, and maybe that's what I'm getting. Maybe you just need to do it, whatever it is for you. So maybe you're feeling quite driven this month. Maybe you are feeling... I'm getting a strong connection with you in Capricorn as well, actually. I keep going to call you Capricorn, and I've just done Capricorn's video this morning. So there's your first card. Maybe you're exchanging gifts with the Capricorn. Maybe that's what it is. So let's have a look. Exchanging gifts is a funny card for me. Sometimes I get it and it's really, really good. Sometimes I get it and I really don't like the card at all. So we'll see what that is. So these are general readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody. There are a lot of, I was going to say Capricorns again. I'm sorry if I say it. There does seem to be a connection. I know I'm reading for you, okay? I know I'm reading for Aquarius. So we will see what the connection is, if anything. Maybe this is specifically, I don't think it is, but maybe this is specifically for people who are Capricorn and with Aquarius or Capricorn in their chart. Anyway, there's some connection between the two. It might be timing. It might be timing. I'm thinking Capricorn's around Christmas time, and we have exchanging gifts. So perhaps that is the case. So I'm just being aware of the time. I've got to go and do the school run, but I really wanted to get your reading done before I did that. So bear with me. Right, we've got two cards coming out for you. Both of those cards came up for Cancer, and the cards have been well shuffled since then. I've done 5 readings since then, so the cards have been well shuffled. But those two came out. Excuse me, I've just dropped one. Those two came. These two cards came out for that one. Oh, sorry, I've got a new camera and it's really hard to see. So New Life came out for Cancer. They did an amazing reading last night, and All That Glitters. So they came out for Cancer. So you may have a link to a Cancer, you may have a link to a Capricorn. You may be getting about a little bit this month, Aquarius. So during this time period, you may be getting out and about a little bit. Okay, so what do we have for you? Do we need another card for you? Do we need an overview card for you? We might do, but we're going to get it later. Okay, might need to clarify. So the first card we have for you is exchanging gifts, which is 27. So 2 and 7. 2 and 7 is 9. Yes, I do know that. And we have another 9. And then we have a 3 and another 9. So where's that? 39. So we have a 9, a 9 and a 9 in your first half of this time period. That's really interesting. Okay. I think it is. I think the Capricorn thing is about timing, because it's getting towards the end of the year. The 9. The year hasn't finished. We're not at the very end of the year. But I think it's coming into Capricorn's season that things are going to be important for you. So let's see how that plays out. And then for the second part, we have All That Glitters, Mending, and Thinker. So my sense is that something that is happening now is going to have implications for you, Aquarius, towards the end of the year. So I'm thinking December time, because it's not the part of Capricorn that goes into January. It's towards the end of that's what we have for you. So we have exchange. So I'm thinking it's around Christmas time. Okay. I don't know what this thing is that's going to happen around this time, but it looks like it's going to be good anyway. So whatever's happening for you in this time period, from the 16th to the 31st, is going to have implications. Yeah, and then we have the 9 and the 3. If you add 9 and 3 together, you get 12. So this is telling me again that this is going to be December. I wonder whether you're doing some sort of training at the moment which is going to affect your career towards the end of the year. This is the sense that I'm getting. It could be a new relationship. I'm not getting that so much. It feels career-y based. It does feel career-based. So if you're thinking of starting, so what month are we in now? So you may have started this in September. So you may have started this course or whatever it is that you're doing in September, which would make sense if you have just started college or university or anything like that. So you start in September and it's going to have implications for you by December. That gives a 3-month period. So you have the 3 and the 9. Yes. Okay, so it looks like it might be a short course. Okay, it's going to have implications for you in December. So whatever it is that you're doing during this period of time, you'll already have started it because we're now in the middle of October. And I think this is just clarification that whatever you've decided to do is a good thing to do. And it does seem education-based to me. Or an apprenticeship. Or it's not a new job. It's not a new job. It's something to do with education. So whatever that is, good for you. Good for you, because it's going to lead you to this new life. Okay, and you are going to be flying upwards. She's pointing up, and it's just going to take you upwards, and it may lead to a promotion at work. You may be able to improve your career. You may decide to take a change in career, and it's also going to include more money for you, which is really nice. So yeah, you're all sparkly. So that just kind of feels like a bit of a confirmation for you that whatever it is that you're doing is going to work. We have mending. Maybe you're going to be a tailor or something that involves fixing things. Where are you, Aquarius? Could be something that involves fixing things, whatever those things are. I'm also getting cars. So maybe your car needs to go in for a bit of service. Maybe there's going to be a problem with your car. I have no idea where that comes from, but that's the way these readings work sometimes. So, and again, we have this card, which is a thinker card, which means that you are studying very, very hard. So good for you. Okay, I'm going to put those cards away. That was just a confirmation. I am going to do another spread because that was for a specific set of people who are in education, and it's just saying to you, carry on with what you're doing because the decision that you've made to study further is really going to help you, Aquarius. So well done. Actually, my son's an Aquarius, and he's just applying for universities. So, and it has to be done by December. So maybe that is reminding me that I need to nag him as well. So that's good. That's good. Right. So let's have a look. Yes, if you do have children who are planning to go to university, if you're in the UK, apparently 15th of December is the date that they need to have their applications in for, I think. This is what he said to me last night. So, Okay, just to jog your memory a little bit. Right, now you go, oh my goodness me. What is going on, Aquarius? So you've just had 2 cards that came out of the Cancer reading last night, and now you've just had 2 cards in the same order. No, they're not in the same order. The same 2 cards that have just come out of the Virgo reading that I've just done. And they're not in the same order, but they were together in the spread. They're the opposite way round, but they were together in the spread. So why are you pinching cards from other people? Why are you stealing cards from other people, Aquarius? And 2 at a time as well. Okay, message in a bottle. Had that on this morning too, but that's not relevant, I don't think. And yin. And you get a 2. So you're pinching 2 cards at a time from other people, and then you get the 2. Which is passive and receiving energy. So actually you're not pinching them, you're being given them. And in the last reading you had exchanging gifts. Oh, here we go. Right, and loyal heart in reverse. I don't tend to read reversals, but I've had lots of them this morning. Okay, what do we have? We have time to go, and unfinished symphony, both of which just came from the Virgo reading. So maybe you're being given something by a Virgo. Message in a bottle. Can't remember which reading that was in this morning. What have I done this morning? Can't remember. Yin, serendipity, and loyal heart in reverse. But I don't read reversals, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. Okay, so time to go. It is time to go. Where is it time to go? As I say, this isn't going to relate to everyone, and try and fit the information into your life where it fits best. This is a 9 card, so you haven't gone yet. You had all those 9 cards in the last read that I did as well. And then it moves on to a 10, which is unfinished symphony. Now, Virgo had this upside down, okay? And somebody else had this last night as well. No, it kept coming out for Scorpio, I think. If you've got Scorpio in your chart, you're going to be the last one that I do, because I did 8 readings for Scorpio yesterday and none of them got to completion. Okay, I will do Scorpio, but I'm doing you last because you've been a bit of a nightmare. So it's not that punishment, it's just I need to get everyone else done and can't spend my life doing Scorpio reading. So you've gone from a 9 to a 10. Okay. Okay. It's time to go. You've decided it's time to go. This is the first half of the week. I think this is in the past. I think you've already made this decision, or this has already happened. Somebody has gone, Aquarius. Someone has gone, or you have gone. You have walked away from something. It could be a job if you're in education. It could be a person. And there is a door here which is closed to you at the moment, but you are heading towards it, and you are heading towards it at a pace. And you are leaving, you're fading away here. And my sense is that you are fading away, leaving these beautiful stars scattered behind you. Stars always seem like opportunities in these cards to me. And you're kind of leaving all this stuff behind because you've got this door. And there are no stars in front of you. So what are you walking away from, Aquarius, and what are you walking towards? Whatever is behind this door must seem to be really good to you because you are leaving all these other opportunities behind, but you are going in blind. You don't know what's behind that door. You don't know what's going to happen, but you're leaving all these opportunities scattered in your wake, and you're leaving your old self behind as well. You're moving into something else. Feels like this could be career. It could be linked to the previous reading about education as well. Not getting a lot of relationship vibe from it, but it could be as we progress. So then we move into this, which is Unfinished Symphony. This is your masterpiece. This is your masterpiece. And you are working on it. This is something that you are very, very proud of. And it's very creative. If you look at this card here, this lady here, it's something creative. So it could be to do with music, it could be to do with fashion, it could be to do with design, it could be something to do with those things. It's quite a fragmented reading for you, Aquarius. It's quite a fragmented reading for you. You have lots of fives, so you are in the process of doing something. You have a 9, a 10 and a 15, so you have lots of fives. And you've got 35 down here as well, so you have lots of fives. What is going on with you? I'm going to pull some more cards because I'll pull another card because there is something missing in this top part. I think there is something missing in this week, and I'm not sure what it is. Let's have a look. A change in the wind. This is a massive change for you. Whatever it is you're doing, you're taking a bit of a risk with it. You can see in the tarot, the Fool is kind of stepping forward blindly, which is this card here. Okay, so you are moving forward blindly. You are the Fool. This is a big change for you. Whatever this is, it's a big change. And you are having to be creative about it. There is a lot of communication for you happening. And it seems to be one-sided communication rather than two-sided communication. You'll have to excuse the light. It seems to be one-sided communication. So it could be, yeah, because the numbers are the same, so 1 and a 5. So maybe you have a mentor, maybe you have someone that you're working with who is helping you through this. And maybe that person is, I'm saying Pisces, I was going to say water sign and air sign, but Pisces came out of my mouth. What is being communicated by the person on the phone end, though, is a little bit garbled. If you imagine the sound being underwater, you get that kind of muffled sense to it. And it could be there are messages of love. Okay, it could be there are little love hearts and things in there. So it could be a relationship reading. It could be as simple as, in terms of a relationship, it could be that one or the other of you has moved away, but it's not finished. You have this loving message from one party. Maybe you're messaging them, they're messaging you, or you're waiting for this message. And then there is a change in the wind and everything changes. And then you have this very receptive female loving energy here. And there are 2 people, so there's 2. And you're feeling very lucky, serendipity of luck. Okay. There's something coming through with this. Okay. 2 storylines come through with this. Okay. You have that story, and then you have this card, And this is where it shifts into two places, and it's not going to be very helpful for you, I'm afraid. You're going to have to judge it for yourself. When I see this card, she's flying up towards this goal, she's flying up towards this clover, okay, and she's moving up there, and serendipity is about luck, so she's moving up there, and the angle that she's flying at, she doesn't see that it's actually a 4-leaf clover, not a 3. So when she gets up there, it's actually better than she thought it was going to be, which is phenomenal. Then you have the Loyal Heart card, and it's all love and flowers and wonderful and beautiful. Okay, but that card came out in reverse. The other way of looking at this is that this card is a 9 if you add it together. She gets up there and she knows it's a 4, but the sense that I'm getting is she knows it's a 4, but this leaf is about to fall off. It's about to fall off. So then it becomes a 3, and it's not as good as she thought it was going to be anyway, and then there is no loyalty there and no commitment to this. This is 35, and that's towards the second end of the week. But the card on the bottom is poised. So it could well be that that card for me is a card of celebration, you see. So it could well be that, and you see it kind of mirrors this one, where she's pointing up towards something. This one's pointing up towards the star, this one's pointing up towards clover. If you can hear that noise in the background, it's my day goose. I have pet day goose, and they're being very loud today. So they're making lots of noise. So they're kind of mirroring each other. And one is an 18 and one's a 48. Or ages 12 to 3. Okay. It's a very disjointed reading for you, this. So that's a relationship one. You're going to have to judge for yourself whether it's worth going back into this. Okay, this is what I'm being told. The card underneath that is, truth be told, in the reverse. So maybe someone is not telling you the truth. So you've decided it's time to go. You come back because it's not, they come back because it's not finished, or you come back because it's not finished. I think it's them. You get this message, things change. This is loving, receptive energy. Then it either goes well or it goes badly. It's either a 3-leaf clover or a 4-leaf clover. I'm not sure which. There's either loyalty or no loyalty. And you are celebrating, but she's not watching where she's going and she could fall off the cliff. Again, this goes back to the Fool card. If you think about the Fool card is moving forward blindly. This lady is moving forward blindly. Then you have the Fool. And then you have this person who is dancing around on the top of her pedestal blindly. Okay, and she could fall. She has got wings though. She has got wings, so all is not lost. So if she falls off this pedestal, my sense of it is that this isn't a particularly established relationship, and it doesn't seem to be one that you're particularly invested in. Okay, one or the other of you has already decided to go. I'm not seeing any particular love cards here apart from that one, and it's more of a kind of receptive energy. Am I seeing any hearts? Apart from this one, this Loyal Heart one, but you have these two people looking at each other, but they have both got hearts, but they are in the opposite direction. There's no hearts between them. I don't think you're particularly invested in this relationship, whatever it is. The Truth Be Told card has got hearts too, but they're flying away from the owl. They're flying away from the owl. And these are flying away from the owl. I don't think you're particularly invested, to be honest. And I think you're giving it a go. I think you're a bit kind of like, oh, well, they've come back. We'll see what happens. Let's see whether they're actually going to, let's You know, they come back, we'll give it a go. We'll see how it turns out. It'll either work, or it won't work. I'm just going to wait and see. I'm poised to see what happens. I could fall, or it could be great. And then you have the truth be told, and you will find out in the end. I don't think you're particularly invested in this, to be honest. I think a lot of your energy at the moment is going into whatever this new start is, like academically or career-wise. I think that's your main focus. I don't think you're particularly bothered about a relationship at this time. If you are in a long-term relationship, let's see if we've got one, a long-term relationship one. See if we've got a long-term relationship story for you. No, I'm not getting. What are you people doing to me, Aquarius? It's like you've got little bits of cards from everyone. You're getting little bits of information from everyone. You're being given them. So maybe the reason you're not invested in this relationship is because you have a lot of options. Maybe you have this Virgo who is interested in you. Maybe you have this. What else did we say? What was the other card? There was another one, wasn't there? Cancer, who's interested in you. Maybe you have a lot of options and you're actually a little bit concerned with your own stuff. Yeah, you're concerned with your career, you're concerned with your education, you're not that bothered about getting invested in a relationship, and you're just quite happy to go with the flow. Let's see if we can do one for the couples. Coupled Aquariuses, or Aquarii, I'm not sure. Coupled Aquariuses. See if we can do one for you. There doesn't seem to be any urgency in your reading, to be honest. I'm getting this feeling. I've been very feeling-y today and using ridiculous words like feeling-y. I'm getting this feel. I've been very feeling-y today, and my feeling with you is that you're just all right. You're all right as you are. You're not particularly looking for anything. You're just all right. You're quite self-contained. You're doing your own thing, and you're quite happy. Bear with me. I'm going to get these cards. Yeah, here and now, go the distance, and breathe. Coupled Aquariuses. We have here and now. Okay, this is making me think of a home card. Okay, you're at home. There is a no place like home card. There's no place like home card, but this is, with that one, it's kind of darker. It's darker than this one. There are lights shining through the window, but this one is kind of glowy on the outside, and you have children there, a little girl there, and it just feels like you're just focused on the here and now in your relationship, and all is good. What does this say on the card? Oh, it says you are free, I think. You are here. Oh, you are here. You are free as well. You are free. There's no particular stresses, no particular strains. You seem pretty okay. The door is closed again, and that's interesting because in the other reading the door was closed too. But the outer door is open, but the inner door is closed. So whatever's in there, whatever's growing in there, maybe you have a baby on the way. Maybe you're due a baby very, very soon. So the outer doors are opening, but the inner door is closed. So it's probably more information than you need, quite honestly. I'm so sorry. Okay, so yeah. I'm just getting the sense of growth and security. The doors are open. Yeah, it's quite welcoming, but the inner door is closed. So you have that sense of security. You're quite safe in there. Just be a little bit aware. This little girl is sitting on the top of it, and she is not in the nice, cozy egg space. So if you have children, just be a little bit aware, particularly if they have exams and stuff coming up, just be a little bit aware that they might be feeling a little bit left out in the cold. My vision is of all the other people inside, and she's kind of sitting on her own on the top of the house. Do not let your children climb on top of roofs. It's not very safe. Okay, and the card that I see is this one. Come to the edge. So no climbing on roofs, Aquarius people, nor letting your children. So yeah, that just seems quite secure to me. Just be a little bit aware of this little girl, because her face isn't very happy. She has a sad little face and she's feeling a bit left out. Maybe she's feeling left out at school. She looks quite young. Maybe she's just started school. She's feeling a little bit left out. Maybe if there's a new baby on the way, she's feeling a bit left out. Go the distance. You're heading towards the finish line with a rocket behind you. You're heading towards the finish line quickly. You may overshoot. If this baby is on the way, it may be a little bit late. Okay? Maybe a little bit late. Maybe a rush to the hospital. Aquarius is a funny sign because it does pick up elements from all the other signs, okay? And so, but this reading is feeling really fragmented for you. We had education as a separate thing. We've had the relationship as a separate thing. We've had this couples one, which seems to be about the baby, as a separate thing. It's like I'm reading for individual people rather than reading for, oh, and breathe, look, that's another one for the baby. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You can do it through your breathing, okay? If you have this baby due, then you're going to have to breathe your way through it. Maybe you're feeling a little bit isolated. For all you have these options, for all you have these relationship options and everything else, maybe you're feeling a little bit isolated. And again, it comes back to this thing of just wanting to do your own thing, okay? You just want to focus on what you want to focus on, yeah? Whether it be babies, whether it be your home, whether it be your education, whether it be your career, whether it be your relationship. There is something that you are focused on and you just want to do your own thing. And that's very Aquarius energy. So maybe your baby is due in December. Maybe. It's not going to be due now and come in December. I know it's overshooting, but that's really overshooting the mark. Yeah. Aquarius, what a very independent reading. There's nothing bad in it. There is absolutely nothing bad in it. Everything is pretty good. It's just that sense of having a focus on one particular thing and wanting to do your own thing with it. Okay, everything is good. Everything is fine. Relationships are fine if you choose to have them. Your education is a good thing. Just be careful with your little ones and roofs and being left out in the cold. And that's it. We're done. Interesting reading. I've never had one like that before. But yeah, it's all looking good. It's all looking good for this 2 weeks. So I will see you in November. I will start the daily readings again once all the bi-weeklies are out of the way. And then we'll have the November readings, the November bi-weeklies as well. I'm not going to do November and then 2 weeks and 2 weeks. I'm just going to do the 2 weeks and then 2 weeks. So I will see you at the beginning of November. If you do have a baby on the way, phenomenal. Hope it all goes well. Remember to breathe. And yeah, have a really, really good one. Much love to you. Bye-bye.